Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back in the building, baby. Man, it's been a long couple of days. Oh, I'm so glad it rained today. That's where I could get some rest. But I can't get no rest, boy, because I'm back here. We doing it all over again. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding. And oh boy, tonight we have a very special guest. This basketball head has been a mover and shaker around the New York City basketball scenes for some time now. And also spent some time in Jersey too, so he's playing both states, do what he got to do. But this coach has ties to two legendary coaches in New York City and one legendary coach in New Jersey. First, this basketball head was with Coach Dwayne Tiny Morton during his stints at Abraham Lincoln and Nazareth high schools. You know, behind the scenes, doing what he do in the shadows. And then this basketball head also sat in the sidelines with Coach Sean Mark during his days at South Shore. Afterwards, this basketball head left New York City and spent 4 years at the Patrick School with another legendary coach and Coach Chris Chavannes. This year, you will find him on the sidelines at another legendary program at Hudson Catholic High School with Coach Kevin Grimes. So, without further ado, please help me welcome to the show, Coach Ike Ewu, a.k.a. African Ike. Yes, sir.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online. Buy your tickets cause the game about to start.
Ike, what's happening, baby? How you doing?
What's going on? How's everything?
Man, everything is everything, man. Everything is everything, man. I'm going on a couple of hours of sleep. It feel like I've been partying at the club or something. I ain't going no parties or anything. I was at New York versus New York last night, then got up 8 o'clock in the morning, so I could catch this 9:30 game at Girls Made, who I want to give a big shout out to. Salute to, Coach Jackie and her staff. These three women run an incredible league. I was very impressed. And the talent pool was also with these young ladies. So definitely want to give them a shout out. Then I had to head back over to Brevoort, which is my league, which I run with a fantastic group of individuals for our 10U championship game, which was dope, right? So the first year we had our 10U league, and a girl, Kyla, she won the MVP playing with boys. So we probably know her dad and her little brother, Damon, DJ, who's been out here cooking the last couple of years. Salute to the whole family, and salute to that young lady, man. So she just made history.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what we be doing, man. But tonight, man, we here to talk about you, man, the secret agent of high school basketball for some couple of years. I've been hearing your name ring bells for some time now, man. And what is this mythological thing that you have about yourself, man? Because I was going through the posts of you at Hudson Catholic and reading through some of the comments, and people got some things to say about you. Not some bad things. We're not talking about bad things, but it's like, hide your kids, hide your coach. It's like, and we talked about this offline, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to segue and we'll get to this show start rolling. I just want to jump right off and start talking about this. I do not believe in coaches or anyone being able to steal kids. You cannot kidnap a kid from another school and go, yo, you better come out here and play for this school. The kid got to want to leave.
True. That's very true.
They just know who to call.
That's very true. That's very, very true. They don't want to leave. They don't think they want to leave until you plant that idea in their head. Yeah.
So you think it's the idea or them having that, because they really got to have those intentions inside first. This is how I feel, right? And then it's like, man, I just need somebody to talk me into it.
I agree.
I agree. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if a kid have a strong situation going on, he like, man, care what you said. I'm saying I got a good thing going.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. There's this movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I forget the name of it. And after I watched it, I got so inspired by it, where he plants his idea in the head and it makes you feel like or think this is what you want to do, but you're really not. It's just we plant that idea and then we feed on it. And then once you open up that's it. It's over. It's over after that.
Is it like the movie where they be moving to different dimensions inside dimension and the buildings be moving?
That's it. One of my favorites. Yes. There's a lot of hidden gems in there.
For sure.
100%.
If anybody know what that movie is in the chat, please. It makes me wish seriously, because I love that movie. That movie is incredible. It's deep, and you gotta really, really understand it. Not Shutter Island, Titanic. Hold on, because we're gonna get through this before. The Revenants. Jesus, I know what you're talking about. That's
in something. Let me see.
Hold on. It'll come to me. Somebody hit me up in the chat. Yes. I'm waiting for somebody to sit in the chat because I got it and I want to go through it because this how I am, bro. I don't know. I'm funny like that. Was like, okay, nah, you gotta understand that movie is crazy.
What's the name of that movie? Wow. Yeah, I watch it all the time. I have it on my phone. Every time I'm down, I watch it just to catch up on some stuff.
Right. Nah. It's deep. And I think that is true. And they do it with marketing as well. Right.
Yes.
They do it with marketing as well. Plants thoughts. I got you. Inception. There you go. Yeah, I just pulled it up too. That's a fact. Yeah, Inception. 2010. Yes.
Yeah. So that's how I started. Yeah. Inception.
Okay.
It became like, like some people don't want to leave, so you just talk to them like, don't you want to be on the best stage around the best coaches? And they're like, oh, that's not that bad. And don't you want to go against the best and then play against the best? And they're like, I think I can. I think I can. And then that's it. And after that, once you say I think, you're gone. You're done.
Right. And especially when you presenting something just a little bit more attractive to them. Some kids may be at a situation where they just feel like, it's not gonna move. They're just gonna be on the same level. And a lot of kids are looking to move to the next level. And this is where I think New York City kids are finding themselves once they have a little success, right? And this is kind of scary because only like one in a few kind of could bounce to that next level. And a lot of them, they leave and they get lost.
Yeah, I agree.
My thing is, if you have success, trust me, they will find you. They will find you. The kid, Yam Kamakoto, he's playing in the slam game tomorrow, the best big man in the country. No one knew about this kid. I guess he got invited to the top 100 camp. Wasn't top 100, but he got invited to the camp. His first game, I walked over to the court, and you have pro scouts there, college scouts, and I said, "Yo, this kid's the best dude in the camp." Like I was just making my. This is the first day.
Yeah.
This kid, unbelievable,
Yeah.
total domination. So when I saw this 7'7" 7'1" kid run down, do a spin in the post, block somebody's shot, go down, catch a dunk, go down, catch an alley-oop, come down, catch another block, I was just like, then shooting the midi, I was like, now the midi wasn't as sharp as the running and the athleticism that I saw. And then
Yeah.
everybody else saw it. Then you saw seeing the court being crowded, and then he wound up now being ranked the top big man in the country, which is absolutely crazy. He'll be playing in the slam game tomorrow. But
Gotcha.
again,
Yeah.
it's you 7 foot, somebody gonna find you. But
Somebody gonna find you.
there were
Yeah.
other gyms there too. This kid for New Orleans, point guard, small as hell. He was shooting floaters for the foul line.
Mm.
And
Mm.
another kid who I was telling people like, yo, just watch this kid. I've never seen this. Before the guys can even come and block his shot, he's pulling up. He's not pulling up for a jump shot to foul line. He's pulling up with a
Yeah.
floater.
That's nasty.
Then
That's
if he
nasty.
missed, he's running behind you and going to steal it from behind you like Alvarado.
Yeah. 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 That's nasty.
So again, I tell kids, no matter where you are, it's social media. Back in the days when we were playing, and it was, a few people had color TVs, and they was following these players. People who had black and white TVs, they were finding these players. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
we got social media. You think they can't find you?
It's easier. It's so much easier. I could find a kid in seconds. So
There
much
you go.
easier.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Enough for the blast of the past, man. Who introduced you to the game, brother?
I went to Catholic school in Queens, St. Pius, and one of my people, he actually be in Lincoln all the time. His name is Classic. He introduced me to basketball, and he started showing me about it. And he brought me to a park called Ajax Park, and that was it. After
Ajax.
that,
Woo.
yeah, I lost it after that. I was done. I was done after that. I love
Man,
that.
so many legendary players come out of that park, man.
Hmm.
Another park that I think doesn't get the praise that it should for all the players that it produced and
Yes.
people that played in that park.
Yep. Ajax was bigger than Lincoln at one point.
That's a
Lincoln
fact.
like didn't exist. Yeah.
That's
So
a
yeah.
fact.
Yeah. So that's where I
So,
grew up at.
so is your family originally from Africa?
Yeah, I'm the was it the first generation? Yeah, I'm the first generation or the first person in my family to be born in America.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's why I adapted the whole African Ike name. I've been rocking with it for years because you could call yourself Nigerian Ike, but then that limits you to Nigerian. So African makes it more comfortable. So I could jump in and out cultures and speak to people, and they trust me more. Yeah,
Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope. What? And you say your people from Nigeria.
yeah. They speak
Good.
Igbo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to know. And I think that too, that gives you a kind of broader range when you speaking to kids, knowing you're not just coming from one space, right? Um,
Yeah.
what
100%.
was childhood like growing up for you? Being first generation American born in your family, and how did your parents adapt to things in America for you while raising you?
So it was a little bit tough. They focused on education first. So they paid for school, went to Catholic school, and then they didn't really care about sports. So my moms and dad didn't come to my games. They just wanted me to run track and play soccer. So I'm coming from a soccer background. And it wasn't really tough, but it was tough adapting to public school. And then once I started to adapt to public school, I was like, wow, this is crazy. I went to August Martin, and I was like,
Yes.
wow, this is insane. And it was a culture shock to me where it's like people were just better than me, just showing up to school, and they didn't even care about playing on the team. And I was amazed by that. And then that made me even work harder when I was in high school. And I played August Martin. I started like every game from sophomore to senior year. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun experience. Very good experience.
Coach Joe Brown, what up? He said, my brother Ike.
Yeah, it's my guy Joe. I talk to Joe every day in the group chat. Me and O. I talk to like a lot of the people that move around New York. I talk to them every day. We keep it each in the loop every day. I speak to them. Yeah,
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Joe's good people. Joe's good people.
yeah.
Tap the late pool, but I'm enjoying this interview so far. Appreciate you, WC 5302. No doubt. Haha, it's an Ike the GOAT. So it it's so crazy, right?
hmm
When you was talking about, shock that guys was nice, and then Kev Day was on the team. I didn't understand that. I was like, yo, bro,
Yeah,
this dude is so much better than me. Like, why is he not on the team? But the coach know the reason, but we don't know,
we don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
right?
100%.
Like,
That's
the kids,
100%.
like, yeah, he's good, but he can't take the
Yeah,
discipline or what's going on here.
yeah. He can't do this. He can't be here with us. Yeah,
Right, right,
yeah.
right.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, like, you get out to Ajax, you get introduced to the game. Do you remember like the first game you played under the whistle?
Yeah. With one of my coaches, female coach Laverne, and then she taught me how to be a dog, and then that was it. I was like completely shocked. I didn't understand basketball at that level, and everybody was good. So I just figured out my role, which is block shots, grab, rebound, push. That was it. That was it. And that right there, adapting to that really helped me to be who I am today. Because going into college, that's all I was doing. Then I had to adapt to being a guard in college and getting some hand on the jump shot. But I was average. I didn't really like most people cared about basketball. I didn't care about it as much. I didn't get bit to the bug until like later on after like stop playing ball. That's when I got bit. So it was average. It was a good experience.
Now, do you didn't play guard in high school?
No, I was a 6'1". Like people, if people really know me, they know at 6'1", I was touching the top of the box. I played like a 4. I was touching top of the box, like blocking shots, rebounding. Like I didn't really, like I didn't have people around me that like showed me how to play. I was like self-taught. It's like people they introduced me, but I just stayed working out and then just stayed aggressive towards what I was doing.
Earl Manigault, right? So people who really don't know the GOAT, where that name came from, Earl Manigault. Um, he was a 6'1" power forward in high school, right?
Yeah,
During the
yeah,
Kareem days and Charlie Scott days, a little bit older than Charlie Scott. But when I asked Charlie Scott, I was like, I put up that clip. I think I put up that clip. I don't think I put it up on Instagram yet. Was he on the level of you guys who were? And he was like, no, that was my guy, but he wasn't on a level because, we were 6'5" guards and he was a 6'1" power forward. So his didn't translate later, but he had
yeah.
hops, right?
Yes, yeah,
So back in
yeah,
the 60s, a dude dunking crazy, it looks way out of this world. And you doing it, when you came up, it's like regular. Like it's
yeah.
not regular, but it's like, okay, we've seen this before.
Yeah, it's a normal day in the office. If you think KC and Defo was like that. I was doing that
Yes.
at like 6'2". And when people were shocked at him, I knew KC. I was like, that's normal for KC. He's a dog. He's different. It's a normal.
Yeah, but man, when you're doing on the court, it just looked phenomenal.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
able
I
to
got I got I got a funny story about KC.
go ahead,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
tell you. Um, this is so funny. Tiny could verify this. So I didn't understand what I was doing. That was my first time having a kid go to college. So Casey had went to St. Peter's with Clay Brown. Yeah, Clay Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
So Casey's mom called me and she's like, Ike, we can't find a receipt for the Bursar. So I was like, she's like, I still at St. Peter's. Shaw just got there. Remember, Shaw got the job.
Yeah.
And I was like, the receipt. I was like, I don't know. So I called Tiny. I was like, Tiny, mom needs the receipt so she could pay the bill for school. So Tiny was like, Ike, he's on a scholarship. It's free.
Yes.
So I called mom. I didn't know nothing about that. So I called mom. I was like, yo, mom, it's free. So she's like, I got a bag of money on me. And she just starts crying. She was like, you guys told me you was going to do this, but I didn't think you did it. And she's like, yeah, Tiny said it's free. I think. So she went to the Bursar office and he said, no, everything is free. Put the money away. And then that was it. That was the bug right there. I was like, wow, the feeling that she had, that changed my life. That was it right there. Crazy
So
story.
even you playing college and understanding that people get scholarships, you still didn't understand that.
No, not to that level because I went to York College, which is local.
Yes.
So I didn't understand like somebody's gonna bring you in from out of state, feed you, board you, and then send you home with no bill. It just I was like, what? And Tiny's trying to explain it to me, and I was like, wait, so they Shaw got him? He was like, yeah, Shaw got him. I was like, oh, okay, I guess so. It was an
Wow.
amazing experience. Yeah, amazing,
Wow. That is
amazing.
absolutely amazing for real, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So, you know, um, who did you know like during your era, like who was playing, like, you were saying to yourself, damn, because again, you weren't into it like that, but did you notice the guys around you throughout the city that was making the name or had a buzz for themselves?
Yeah, one of my favorites was Lenny Cook. He was number one. He played on the Wolfpack, so I used to go watch his games. I like Quincy Doobie. Quincy Doobie was I used to guard him because we used to scrimmage against I think it was Grady you went to. I think it was
Yes,
Grady.
yes, Grady. Yeah, yeah.
He used to it was one year he came out and he would just come off of screens and just he wouldn't miss. It was just out of nowhere. He was good. Taekwon Good was good. Cam from Cardoza was good. It was a lot of like guards that I love to like go against and play with. And that's when I was like, wow, this game, I can't keep up with them. I was like,
Yeah,
this is
it's
it's gonna be over
different
with
level.
quick. Yeah, it's a different level of basketball. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
these two guys was arguing today in the park about who shot better between Stephon Marbury and Quincy Doobie. I was like, man, y'all not getting me in that argument, man. I'm filming this game. I got to do.
I,
You know
I,
what I'm
I would I
saying?
would say Quincy. I'll be honest. I would say Quincy. Why? When I become a fan of somebody, I watch everything. When Quincy went to Rutgers, he was shooting from the R in Rutgers at half court in the middle of the game. And that's a big court that I think it's Jersey Mike's arena. He was shooting from half or like normally. I think he has some range. He has
Stephon was
some
doing that
range.
in high school. No, seriously.
No,
Seriously.
no, I agree.
Now
Stephon
I'm
was
not
doing it.
again, I'm not saying who shoots better, but
Yeah, yeah,
I was just like, this kid
yeah,
was doing that in high school. I was I witnessed
yeah,
that. I was like, yo, this is unbelievable. But I'm
yeah,
just saying from a consistent clip, because I think Steph just did a little bit more.
yeah. He did more.
Um, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Quincy
Mm-hmm.
was definitely up there in the shooting. That's why I couldn't entertain that question at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
I
I
was just
understand. I
like,
respect that.
nah,
I
not
respect
gonna
that. Yeah.
definitely not gonna do that. Which is crazy, man. Um,
Yeah.
when you just started to fall in love in the game, it was after high school.
Yeah. Like after, so I started coaching with
Oh, when you
Almighty
started
Force.
coaching, when you started falling in love with the game.
Yeah, yeah. I started coaching like
Oh
15 with Almighty Force, and then I would meet people. I would meet
my
kids, and
gosh,
they would
yeah.
bring kids. And then the first person I ever like interacted with was Tyleek Brown and Coach Mark at August Martin. And they was about to take over. And I was like, y'all about to take over? It's like, yeah, we're gonna run this, get us players. And I had a whole clip of players ready to rock and roll. And then I think the principal pulled the plug last minute. And the excitement that the kids had and the staff had, I was like, oh yeah, I like that feeling. That was good. And it didn't happen, but it felt good. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. This is what I'm gonna do. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. And that was it after that.
And do you think well, let me just ask you this. When did the
Mhm.
word start getting out was like, yo, if you need some players, Ike's the go-to guy?
Oh, probably after Probably like when I got with Smoke, when I got with Coach Smoke at South Shore, because when I was with Tiny and Lincoln, I didn't speak. I didn't let nobody know because I was a Queens dude around Coney Island dudes, like the only one in the circle that was
Oh,
solid.
hold on. So you were the Queens Connect. Oh, now this is all coming together. This is all coming together. I remember I had Tiny on the show on the High School Basketball Weekly show, and we was talking, and guys in the chat was like, yo, that 2017 team, I was all Queens. Queens won the championship for you. I was like, all right, cool. Tiny's like, yeah, we got some Queens. Yo, the Queens Connect, and that's all was in the chat.
Yeah.
And now that you're saying that,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
just now it's starting to come back like, okay, now I see. And during that time, um, and I'm gonna go back a little bit too, but I just want to
Yeah.
touch on it. But during that time, who are the players that you helped them bring on?
I think the first one was Clay Brown, and
Who
then
was
that's when
MVP? Yep, state
yeah,
championship MVP. Yep.
yeah. And the other thing was Clay Brown hit something legendary. He was MVP of the regular game, the
City
championship
champ.
game,
Yep, city
city
championship game.
city
Yep.
chip, right? State championship, and then he was a student athlete of the year. That's never been
Wow.
done. That's never been done ever, right? So that was that. So that's why that meant a lot. So that if you go through the list, you also got who came from that? KC came on.
Yep.
KC was great. TJ Morris. Remember TJ
Yep.
Morris?
Yep.
TJ
Yep.
Morris was one of them
Unbelievable,
ones.
unbelievable athlete. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. TJ Morris, and then there was a couple other more that we helped out. One of my favorites was Khalil Brantley. Remember Khalil Brantley? A
Yes,
lot of people
Khalil.
gonna say they're gonna say, "Oh, I brought Khalil." They know. You ask his pops who brought him to New York. I don't talk. I don't have to talk. You remember he was at Nas? Remember that run at
Yes,
Nas?
yes.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I was going
Yeah.
to the games. I was, and that you know, I think that's when I didn't have basketball heads yet, but that's when I was kind of filming the games or whatever. And I guess that's what's making my guys who started in 2015 to start a podcast. When I
Mhm.
started to film the games, they was like, "Yo, I'm telling you, Pooh, you should do this." And Khalil Brantley, that whole team.
Yeah.
I always tell him, man, first of all, I always get on like, "Yo, bro, if you didn't leave Lincoln," and then it was like, "Yo, bro, if you didn't leave Canaz, bro,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been crazy because all those kids went on to go and start somewhere else."
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They did. The staff did a good job. Like I said, it was just all about bringing those kids together. And then I think Khalil Brantley was. He ended up like he ended up a dog at Boys and Girls and in college. And he was a dog.
First of all, the boys and girls wasn't like that until that 3 championship run that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Once he came, like that boys high school, that boys and girls gym was packed every time they played home. Like he
Yeah.
was must see TV.
Yeah. He's luck. His no, I want to say his dad. I forgot the coach over there. Not Roof. There was another guy.
You talking about Elmer Anderson?
I think so, but he was lucky because I was taking him to South Shore. I was just waiting for Zaire and Dante and Jakarta to come. Once they got on board, it
Oh
was
no, I think
Khalil.
Elmer Anderson had left by then. Okay, I think Elmer had left
It was a
after the three
trainer
champ.
guy. It was a guy who allowed him to train. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. So that was supposed to be our South Shore team. Like him, it was Khalil Brantley, Dante Prescott,
Wow,
um, T.J.
wow.
Morris, Jakar Murray,
Woo!
Zaire Wells. TJ was on his way in. We was clearing him. He was on his way in, and I was just laughing at the city at that point because I was like, I can't. That's when it became fun. That's when I was like Smoke made it fun for me because Smoke was one of my favorites to be around because Smoke could recruit, man. That guy could recruit. I stole a lot from him. He can recruit. He's one of the best. He's one of the best. One of the best
Listen,
I ever interacted with.
Coach Mark is also a developer of talent,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
he gets the
Hmm.
kids early. Like a lot of these guys get these kids late, whereas Coach hit me up a few years ago. This was, I think, right before Anderson had just got to St. Ray's. He called me. He was like, "Mr. Glenn." He called me Mr. Glenn. He was like, "Yo, Mr. Glenn, there's this kid that's going to St. Ray's. Remind me of Kenny Anderson. Trust me. You gonna have to check him out." I said, Anderson
Hmm.
Diaz. And that's when the things kind of, you know, we started corresponding a lot. And he started putting me up on a lot of the young dudes who are coming up. And you
Hmm.
see him now, he coaches in, my tournament, been coaching middle school, had all these guys in there early, young, and does a
Yeah.
phenomenal job with them. And
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
do enough, he's gonna do a phenomenal job where he's going. I told him just, go there and make them love you.
Yep, yep, yeah. Smoke. When I was there with it was me, Smoke, and Coach Rube, and I seen Smoke and Vern on the court training them kids. I was like, wow, this is. This
Yes.
is yeah. These guys are good. These guys are really really good. And then COVID happened. We was in the Final Four. COVID
Right.
happened. That would have been another city chip for me. Probably another state. But after COVID, they shut it down. Yeah,
Yeah. They took the damn rims off the parks. Like
that was crazy.
what
That was
demonic
insane.
mind, right? What demonic mind would do something like that, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Tell you
yeah.
that was a whole plan. Anyway,
Hmm.
um, let's go back to college. Like uh when you got to York College, and I don't know if you are familiar with Derek Chivas and Boo Harvey. Uh
Hmm.
you're familiar. So Derek is was a McDonald All American, and Boo was, All American, All City, whatever at the time. And he was trying to get him and Boo Harvey to go to York College. He was
Hmm.
dead serious. And I was saying, D, like he was like, no, but it was right in the neighborhood, it was right up the block. We would have changed the whole perception of the program. And people don't know, you know, the Band-Aid man, he thinks out of the box like that.
Yeah.
But I know Missouri came with that duffel and he was gone. So, which is crazy. So your experience at York College, how was it for you, and what was the transition like for you? We talked about the transition to public school on August Martin. What was that transition like for you at York College?
I was coming out of first. I was coming out of Queensborough Community College, and then switching to a guard. So it was bad. I didn't like it. I really started to dislike basketball at that point. I played with Marcel. Marcel was that McDonald's All-American Nigerian kid blocking all the shots,
Yep,
dunking. And then
yep.
Coach Nick, that's at South Shore. I played with him on the same team. They were dogs. I was like, I don't like this, man. And but they kept me in it. It was good. They taught me a lot. They showed me the game, and they both were all Americans. So I was having a good time there, just like playing ball, learning the game, and then balancing a normal work life. And then that's almost when we started to realize like we need more people to come in, and it opened up my whole eyes to recruiting and bringing in people, and it became good. It was good. It was a great experience. Great experience.
Now, with you moving to these high powered programs, like you didn't come in, you know, and I'm not going to mention the school because I don't no disrespect to any of the school, but you didn't go to like, you know, Grey Poupon school and here, a charter school here, and you started off at my school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
powerhouse, and how they was moving and shaking. They moved to another powerhouse with smoke. Uh
Yeah.
and we'll talk about you moving over across the waters over to the Pachter school, and now you're Hudson Catholic. These schools are nothing to sneeze at, so your resume is going to be impeccable. And I think definitely the next level is going to be these college coaches knocking at your door, like this kid has something special, or this guy has something special with him, and we need him to bring him on to get these kids. Um, what is it about you know your love for the game and your combination for helping kids that kind of help you move into these situations seamlessly and do what you do?
Oh, the number one thing is like you get to trust people, get to trust you, they get to see you. I'm talking to families, and then I'm giving them my word. I'm gonna, be the best. They're gonna be the best that they can be. And then we're gonna win games. We're gonna do everything else. And it's really like behind the scenes. A parent know I could call like at any given moment. He's gonna pick up. He knows where my child is at. Make sure he eat. He's doing right. And from there we create a relationship, and then that slowly goes to like pre games, post games, warming up, lifting weights, getting right, asking me how. Me and the kids, we play Call of Duty all day long. Like we get to enjoy our life, and then it becomes fun instead of a job. And then that's why people trust me. So when they say I'm bringing Ike aboard, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going down there. I know what he does. I know what he gonna do. And it's been. I didn't realize how much it was until I got to Hudson, and people were DMing me like, oh yeah, we'll be there, or they'll say that's a great look. And I don't know, I don't know the history or the culture. So like when I went to the Patrick school, that was because my guy JR. I said, JR, I'm in Jersey. You know a school I could go to? He's like, yeah, Patrick school. He connected me with Chris. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I've heard of him
Right.
um I think through with Smoke and Tiny, like we did games, but I didn't really do homework. And then when I got there and I saw how much animosity the school got, I was like, oh yeah, it's right up my alley. It's right up my alley. And then helped them, I don't want to say help. I added to the program to because he ran the show and I just added to it. It was really I learned a lot from Chris Chavannes. I learned a lot, a lot.
Yeah, everyone talks highly of him. I met him some years back at Dean Street, and we talked about bringing him on the show one day, but we never got to it. But I'll tap in with you and we'll get him on and give him his flowers, man. I think
Yeah,
that would be dope. Um,
yeah,
so you and salute to JR too, man. I want to say salute to JR too, who out there moving and shaking. So now let me ask you a question, right?
yeah.
What do you see that's wrong with kids and how a lot of kids get recruited, right?
Yeah.
And where you saw your need to kind of say, you know what, I have a unique set of skills. Let me help them get into schools. Or you just, it's not what's wrong with them, it's how you want to take them to the next level, or is it a combination of both?
So it's a little bit of the combination of both, but the number one thing I tell parents is judge me what I did in the past 365 days. Because I could tell you, oh, we brought KC to Lincoln, and then and then KC went to St. Peter's. St. Peter
Mhm.
goes on that run. Then Shaw goes to Seton Hall. But that don't got nothing to do with me. My job was to Lincoln. So what I try to tell them is like, hey, look, you stay with me a year, we're gonna win some games, and we're gonna get you to a level you've never been to. Everything else is extra. We're gonna win though. That's the number thing. We're gonna win, and you're gonna learn. And then it depends on what coach I'm behind. If like when I'm behind Tiny, right, it was like you're gonna win, you're gonna be a rock star in New York. That was it. You get to be known. When I was with Chavannes, this is like you're gonna learn, and that's the number one thing. You're gonna learn the game, and then you're gonna be ready to play immediately on the next level. If you go D1 to D2, D3, that's on you. But most of the kids are going D1. Like we had Taj Bryant, right? A lot of people they feel like I poached Taj Bryant, but it's like I didn't poach him. And then by the way, I love Eagle. I think Eagle and Jeff is. I watch everything they do. They're my favorite teams to watch. Like that, the staff at Eagle and the staff at Jeff,
Yep,
top notch, top
yep.
notch. Like if anybody wants to win, copy everything they do. That's what I tell them. Copy everything they do from the baby program all the way up, and that's it. And so when I had Taj, it wasn't like it was like no, I knew Puff. I grew up with Puff. I party with Puff, and I said, yo, bro, they're gonna do a good job, but I'm gonna do this, and you know me. We talk every day. Taj comes in. Taj is going against the top people in the country and destroying them, destroying them. So that I fulfilled that promise with Puff, and then Taj graduated from my school. So it was like he was a kid that I knew growing up. I did my job. He goes D1. He graduates, and then he played immediately, and that was it. We're done. Done deal. So just got to
And
do it
and they
again.
gave him a chance to grow. Shout out to Taj Bryant. I saw him last night at New York versus New York. And he's still
Yeah,
growing too. I was like, damn, boy,
still
you still
growing.
growing?
Still
It's
growing.
crazy.
Yeah, still growing.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Um. Oh yeah, we touched on that. I just want to run down a list of things before I start going on my. uh Well, I know I had to go down my list of questions. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Uh, but do you feel like when you come around the AAU programs or summer leagues and coaches get kind of leery because you walk in the gym?
yeah. I'm banned from. I ain't gonna say no name. I'm banned from a couple of gyms. I'm banned from a couple of programs from going around and watching games. There's a couple, but I would never do it in person. I just want to see if that kid is real in person. Most of the time, if I show my face, if I show my face, somebody's gonna hit me up third party and be like, hey, look, save this kid. And I'm like, all right, cool. Give me the parent. I don't talk to kids. That's number one. I talk to adults. I'm like, send me the parents' number. We'll hop on a call and let's get this done. And that's it. They're done after that. Once the parents open up that line of communication, it's over. It's over for them.
Well, I do recall when Tiny first went to LWA. After about 7 or 8 kids from the Catholic school left their schools, they had this really huge meeting, and this is the first time that so many kids left the Catholic school, and not just LWA, just kids, 7 or 8 kids with the LWA by itself, but then another slew of kids left and went to public school, and they never seen that kind of movement happen throughout their tenure that they've been around. And I know uh, some of the things that were said in that meeting, and of course they got to protect their brand, right? But
Yeah.
and I always say, like we talked about offline, it's not about people taking your kids. What they were offering that you guys are not offering, right?
Hmm.
And so what
Hmm.
happened is that made a shift, and now they started doing their media day where they
Yep.
invite all the media to come down and do interviews and things of
Yep.
that nature, get to know the team.
Hmm.
So it changed some of the way you guys do things, but also it elevated you guys to now start being more creative instead of just
Yep.
relying on the old way. Because we know sometimes the old way is just not what kids are going to keep doing after you had success with it. Yeah, you had success with it in the past, but now it's a different time.
Yep. 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 You're absolutely right. Yeah. When we were at NAS, I don't remember, but I think they started team camp in the Catholic School League, and
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh wow, this is cool!" And
yeah,
it was like they wanted more access, and we would have we I think we went to McClancy or Malloy, and we had team camp, and I was like, "Okay, they're trying." And then even when Tiny went to the LWA, see, like I talk to everybody all the time. When Tiny went to LWA, we speak a lot about who he was going after, and I told him, I was like, "Bro, you're gonna be hated, man." He knows we laugh and joke, and he shut down New York City for a little bit, and even I sent some kids to him because I was like, "Yeah, you got to go do this." But it was that was fun. I love watching that. That was fun to see. That was great.
that was crazy. And now you see all these kids that he had as going off to college and still having success, and you know um see what Anderson, and
Yeah,
Big Caleb, Lil Caleb,
yeah,
Troy, what I'm
Troy.
saying,
Yeah,
Julian,
even
and
even even Malachi. Yeah, Malachi
Malachi
early. Malachi with
early.
that Holy
Yeah,
Cross. He's one of the
yeah,
ones. Malachi's one of them ones.
yeah.
He one of them ones. Yeah,
That's a fact. That's a
yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
That's
Even
definitely
even with Billy. Billy's doing a great what Billy got the job. Me and Billy never spoke. We's Queens. I called him. I said, "Hey Billy, look, I need to let the hey, what do you need?" And we spoke, and he's doing a good job. He's doing a great job. Yeah.
yeah. And you start to see the first year, and I think it's dope for him to get used to Billy's style, right? And what he expects. I think now watching him this year, going into the sophomore year, you see Billy is allowing him to play a lot more freely
Yeah.
than he was in the past. But he had to become a point guard because he was so used to being a scorer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good that he can score, but now he sees I can use my abilities to get other people involved. And now you got playing with Peyton Wilson, the number one player in the city.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be some good basketball coming up this year.
100%. I agree with that. I agree with that. 100%.
So give me, and you talked briefly about it, but I just want to fine tune it. Talk about your experience working with Tiny, and then some of the things that you learned working with Tiny. Like what was the
Yeah.
experience like, and then some of the things you learned working with Tiny.
Yeah. So when I first got with him, he had a bunch of coaches around him. So I didn't understand what I was doing. So but when I got with him, what we did was I launched his Instagram. If you look at his juice page, that was me the whole time. There was no face to it. Remember when they were traveling and stuff? That
Right.
was me running that whole everything, the whole every game, making sure the film was done. And we did we basically wanted to push like social media because I felt like he was like inactive in social media. Like, if you knew him, he made jokes with you, but he really didn't hop on the line and stuff like that with people. So we it was good to see like he had a group of people he trusts. He hung out with them and he didn't let people that was the biggest thing. He didn't let people in his circle. Like, and I was the only person from Queens that was allowed. And he respected my voice because I came from a different angle. So watching him, and especially when he came back from Seton Hall, and he told me one day, like we talk randomly, and he'll tell me something. He's like, I forgot the guy's name at Seton Hall. He was like, his coaching staff did everything. He came in and then just finished off the practice. He was like, I like that. That's the way practice should be run. So when I eventually started being hands-on, I took that to the path to school, which was like I allowed Chavannes to sit and relax and focus on the game.
Right.
We did all the logistics, the prepping, the pregame, the postgame, and he was allowed to coach. And that's what made that little change made the team like that much better. Yeah. So you're always learning in this realm. Like you're always trying to learn and adapt every day. But all experience has been good. All of them have been great.
Now, he's been, since he left LWA, and then the South Shore thing didn't fall through. Do you think that he should continue to coach high school or college, and why are the reasons he should continue or not?
I think he should put somebody else on under him and make them just as good as him. I think that's very important because the amount of knowledge, and again, these are people that I get to hang out with. It's not just basketball. Like we on the road, we travel a lot. So he definitely we spoke about. I know there's a couple schools he's looking at, and he speaks to me about these things, and we talk about it. We get at each other, and he says, "Ike, I need you back," and but I like Jersey, and I really think that the thing that's missing is we got to pass it down to somebody else. We got to pass it down and make someone um the next us. One person who I really really like, and a lot of I've been watching his journey. I've been alongside him is Ross Long. I think he's probably going to be one of the most powerful people in New York basketball. I was with him at Naz. I think Rob was coaching the freshman team. We was there, and Rob's on fire. Ross Lyon is on fire. He's going to be probably in about a year or two the most powerful person in New York City basketball. And that's the thing that I do. I'm able to see it before it happens, and then try to catch on, and then like understand like, okay, this is moving that, and then I use that to adapt it to the kid. And I'm like, okay, this kid is on his way up. Let me get him now before it's too late. Because once they're on fire, they ain't going to want to listen to nobody else.
So I've heard that, right? I've heard that you
Mhm.
need to pass the torch, you need to do this. But if you're still coaching at a high clip, right?
Mhm.
If he's gonna teach someone, he got to bring somebody on first to show him. You just can't throw them in the fire and go do this, do that, do this, right?
Yeah.
I think him coaching in New York versus New York showed it.
Yeah.
Right? Well, all those guys, coaching AAU and coaching where they were coaching at some coaching high school. I think Dion's coaching Eagle.
Yeah.
And
That's my guy,
most
Dion.
everybody else coaching on the AAU circuit. And what I was watching, and we talked about this offline, that man, if you still got it, why not? Right? I
Mhm.
think it becomes like hip hop when we tell people, you should step down, and Jay should just not do what Jay does, right?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
come out and
Yeah.
he sells out Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I understand that. Mhm.
that's my thing. I think we should keep our legends alive. That's why I do the basketball head stuff, and again, I agree with brings the younger guys on to give them tutelage so they can know how to win in those games. But if he was a guy who came on and with all his games and championships that he won and went to New York and lost last year and then
Yeah.
lost this year, it's like, it's time to hang it up. Came in, was the Culture Street basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like New York versus New York is street basketball
Yeah.
at its core,
Mhm.
right? And he comes in, wins the first year, then wins this year. Even when Anderson and them reclassed and left him, they thought he
Yeah.
was done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Now, I love Ross Slime energy. I thought he was going to be the coach, but it went to
Yeah.
Rame, right? I would have thought he would have been on the sidelines. I think his battery, okay. I would have thought he would be on the sidelines. He was there on the sidelines coaching, in his own way that Ron Slime does with the Zone 6 squad, which was an amazing team.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a
But
dangerous team.
again, I when I saw what he did last night, when they had him on the ropes 2 nights in a row. Tiny could have been out of there already. He
Yeah,
could have been out of there on Friday, and he could have been out of there on Saturday.
yeah, yeah,
But somehow he found a way to win.
yeah. And wait, Pooh, let me tell you something real quick. At one point, I mean, not too many people know about it. I was recruiting Tiny to come to the Patrick School, trying to get him and Chavannes to connect.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was over. It was over. I was working on it, but Tiny just didn't want to come to Jersey, and I was like, "Come on, Tiny, you got to do me a solid, please." And if he would have came, it would have been, yeah, it would have been something else. It would have really been something else. So, and what I mean by that also is I don't want him to hang it up, but just teach somebody else how to do it his way, show them the ropes, and then they're going to be the next best thing. And I'll be honest, I see Tiny and Roslam. I see it. I see it. That's why I said I would stamp that. That's the most dangerous person in New York City basketball because he got the streets, he got the school, and he don't care. And that's when when I'm around Chavannes, when I'm around Tiny, they don't care what people say. They just want to get the kids better, get it to a new space. So yeah, definitely, definitely. If he puts somebody on his wing, yeah, they're gonna be one of them ones, 100%.
No doubt, no doubt. Peace, my guy, Ayatollah Beats, #1 basketball head in America, coming in live from Portland, Oregon, by way of Queens. The Queens dude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you remember that. I always gotta plug this, Ayatollah. I know I embarrass you sometime. That hit song with Styles P and Pharrell Monch, My Life. First beat was on ESPN, right? Listen, when I used to hear this beat on ESPN, I was saying to myself, like, why nobody has used this beat yet? It used to be on ESPN.
Yep, I remember
And I
that.
was just like, wow. And then when Styles P used it, I was just like,
Yep.
nice. They set my guy up nice.
Yeah.
He was out of here. No doubt.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, man. That's some great insight, man. Now your experience with Coach Mark, right?
Yeah.
And the things you learned from him, because two different styles of coaching.
Yeah. Two different styles.
And what made them different? What were the differences? You told me something with the thing with Tiny. What was with Coach Mark?
He was more hands-on. Like so at that point, I think I lived in Westbury when I started dealing with Coach Mark. And you would catch him in because the year before, remember I was working at NAS.
Yeah.
You could catch Smoke walking to a kid's crib to recruit them, like randomly in Canarsie. And I put my window down. Smoke, where you going? Yo, Ike, he screamed, yo, Ike, stay out Canarsie, man. Get out of here. This is not just the stomping ground.
Right.
And I'm like, nah. But he catch the kids young. Him and Vern, especially Vern. That's my guy, Vern. They get them young. They get them in the gym, and they train them up. That's one thing that I liked about that. And he'll bless you. He'll come on the court. Bless you.
Excuse me.
He'll come on the court and show the kids how to do it. And then he was very big on like player development as like skill wise. Oh no, do it this way. This is the reason why we do it and stuff like that. And that was very big because he was very personal with the kids. And then it was funny. He recruited me to South Shore. He called me 10 times in one day. And I was like, yo, Smoke, I'm not coming, man. I'm staying at NAS, man. Leave me alone. Then he called Tiny and he's like, and then he's arguing with Tiny, like, this is crazy. So I was like, all right, Smoke, I'm gonna come, man. Let me see what we could do. And he was like, yo, bring some kids. I was like, all right, let's see. Then that's when you get, Zaire, Jakar, TJ Morris, Khalil Brantley. I was like, yeah. No, wait, Khalil was supposed to come.
Right,
He didn't
Khalil,
come.
No, he went.
He went to Boys and Girls. We were close to having him. We were very close to having him.
Wow.
TJ came on the back end, and then that was it. We made a crazy run with Dante and everyone. Coco, Kip, we made a crazy run, and it was fun. It was I had so much fun with him, and he's hands-on. He's super hands-on with the kids. Super hands-on.
And he's going to have a lot of success at the new school he's going to out in Jersey.
Yeah, he's actually recruiting one of my kids right now. I got to watch it. He's recruiting one of my young boys.
I was like to say, he's recruiting one of your boys. Did you help him get that situation? Nah, Smoke always moving and shaking, man. And then now you go under Coach Chavannes, which I think you probably learned the most that for what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was it working with Coach Chavannes and some of the things that you learned working with him?
So number one thing was he's stuck in his ways because his ways work. If you don't,
Mm,
if you wanted to, you want to surprise him, do something that's going to change his reaction, and it's hard. It's very hard. And for example, like when the ball's inbounded, I'm thrown into the low post. He always says 3/4, and I never understood. I was like, wait, why would you 3/4 if you want to lob? But then he teaches help side defense, reaction, and it's a lot of teaching. It's a lot of teaching. And when the kids, like for example, we had Will Sidno his last year. Will was a maniac and he loved basketball. He was really good. So what we would do on the road is we would do Coach always he's very concerned about people's health. He's like,
uh-huh.
I want you to prepare the kids in the evenings and in the mornings in group of four. So we would have the normal tech for for the kids' legs, and then we would lift in the morning. And when I seen Will at Manhattan, and then Will is, freshman of the year, first team
Right.
this, blah blah blah. And I say, hey, Coach, you saw that? He's like, he's supposed to do that. That's normal. That ain't nothing. That's what Will was for. He was a beast, and you learn that in order to surprise him and make him smile, you have to push the program and push the kids to places that they never been. And then when they get there, he's like, I knew that kid was gonna do that, but I'm glad you got him there. Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, again, being devil's advocate, right?
Hmm.
Coach Chavannes has been at uh Patrick School well over 20 years.
Yeah.
What is the difference between him staying and still winning and Tiny not coaching anymore?
That's a good question. So some people some people are addicted to teaching, and some people are addicted to winning. It's a big
Mm,
difference. Tiny wants to win. Tiny called me and told me, Ike, I'm winning New York versus New York, where we were talking about players. We were talking about like players like, okay, you want this player, blah, 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 boom. But it's like, I'm winning it. I already know what it is. I'm winning. I'm just letting you know I'm winning it. And he laughed at me. And I'm like, you just lost Anderson. He's like, I'm winning it. Don't worry about it. And then when you go with Chavannes doesn't care about street ball. He cares about teaching the kids so that when they leave, they play immediately on the next level. And Chavannes gave me that I don't care attitude, which I love. Whereas you can, like, I'll bait a team into playing and then they'll bite and it will blow them out. And he showed me, don't be afraid to play nobody. Just what color jersey we wearing? We'll be there. You want us to come there? We'll come there. And I thought he was a maniac for that, but I understood it. It was like, this is what we prepare for. We want to show what we do works. And that's what happened. And we blew out a lot of teams. And I would just look at him and be like, I knew that was gonna happen because we're prepared. And yeah, so you have that addiction. I think Tiny's addicted to winning, where Chavannes is addicted to teaching. So, and like that's that my crazy ass was trying to get them two together. Imagine if I would have got them together. That would have been insane. So that's why they're two separate. That's why if Tiny comes back, he's gonna want to win. He got to put something on the wall, 100%. And with Chavannes wants to win, but he wants to do it in a way where it's a system that works.
mm. Well said, man. Well said.
Yeah,
Being a part of both of those worlds, how do you think it's going to shape you?
yeah. Good question.
What addiction are you going to be going to?
So the number one thing is like getting the kids, first of all, mentally prepared. So for example, I land Shane, right? A lot of people think like, oh, you poached him, blah blah blah. Man, I know Shane since he was in seventh grade. I've known him since I just got Shane's number like I think from mom last week or something like that. I don't talk to him on the phone. He's a kid. I talk to his mom, and me and his mom we talk about for 4 years. We've been talking about just life, AAU. When he transitioned over to Islam, we just talk. And I said. I never pitched to her anything because I'm like, Mom, when I need him, I'm gonna call you, and when I call you at night, I'm taking him. I was letting you know that, and she understood that. So what it is for me is taking that winning and then taking that learning and then applying it and then building a culture because both program Coney Island has a culture. We was gonna thug you out. That's it. That's it. Whereas in Jersey with the Patch School, we have a culture where we're going to do it the right way, and we're going to run you to death, and you're not going to beat us. So I'm trying to merge both, which is, if you come to me, we're going to win. You're going to learn how to play, and you're going to be prepared. And I think that's what's allowing me to get kids, and my credit in this community is like A1. So that helps me a lot. A lot. If I call a parent, they're done. It's 100% done. We're just trying to figure out when, where, and what we doing.
Yeah, Shane was playing in my tournament, and I was like, yo, you out? He was looking at me, and the players was like looking, like he was like, yo, don't blow me up, like don't blow me. And I was like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I never mentioned online. And salute to his moms too, wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no doubt. I told her, appreciate the jewels, brother. Appreciate the jewels, man. Flow State, 200 jewels. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. You're gonna leave that up there for a minute, man. Man, this is dope, man. So how did you get the job at Hudson Catholic, and what expertise you gonna bring to this program?
So my guy Aton, I think I was DJing an event, and my guy Aton came up to me and we was talking.
Oh, hold on, you DJ too, fam?
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, a little
I didn't know
something.
that. That's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
That part I keep. That part I keep on the low because I'm too good of a guy, and then like I just I keep it on low. I don't advertise. But I do a lot of events. I get a lot of. I'm booked up a lot, so that's fun. That's fun to do. But my guy Aton, we spoke, and we had a good convo, and he said, Ike, I need help, building a program, and I love building. That's the number one thing. I love building from scratch, and I'm like, okay, I'm listening to what he has going on, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and I got this kid Ashton, and I got the coach coming in, and he's really good, and you're good at building, and and that was it. I was like, all right, let me hear this. So the only thing was learning the rules, because there's the New Jersey Catholic school rules. I got to learn that a little bit. But when I got in the gym with the coach and we meshed, I said, Coach, this is my lane. This is what I do. You do what you do, and we'll meet in the middle. And he allows that freedom. The same with all the coaches I've been with.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly creeping on the court now to where they trust me. They see what I'm doing, because I'm taking all of that experience and I'm adding it here. And once I got to Hudson, all the families love me. And again, I didn't know. I didn't know that I was loved to that level and needed at that point. I didn't even know. And these kids, like, we're lifting now. They're locked in. And I said, hey, this is gonna be an amazing year, because I've been at higher levels. So this is a cakewalk to me, and they love it. They love it, and I'm loving Jersey City.
How you guys looking this year?
Right now we're good. We're good. We got some good seniors. We got some kids that returning, and we've done a little basketball, but we're mostly in the weight room right now. And that's another thing. We're teaching them how to use certain muscles and to bond. We're doing a lot of team bonding, and I'm adding a lot of like different things to working out, which is outside of basketball. Because the thing is, I'm not a trainer. There's a difference between trainers and then the what I do. I do like I break kids down. I want to know what it is you don't do, and I'm going to make you do it without fighting, and that's it. That's the big difference between me and others.
Do you think kids I can't say get trained too much, but relying on the trainers, the thing that the trainers teach them too much, and not on developing their superpowers by playing and having those good reps, playing against guys maybe a little bit older than them to get better?
Yeah, I think so. For me, watching Smoke, watching Coach Chris, and watching Tiny, what they do works. So what I say is, if you're going to train, you want game situations. And then on top of that, you want to lift, you want to rest, you want to have a regiment that works. But some of these kids they're training just to train. And it's like, what are you training? You're not going to do it in the game.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
You're not gonna, it makes no sense.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think is the misconception of New York City kids leaving the city for greater pastures? Now, we just got finished talking about Shane in the situation from Brooklyn
Hmm.
Collegiate going to Hudson Catholic, playing in a whole different state, whole different league. But what is the misconception of, like, somebody would say, Shane should have stayed, um, compared to why he's leaving and what's going to help him?
Yeah. So, and no disrespect to the coaches there, but like it's like when you ask that question, right? It's like he should stay and do what? That's what I say. And do what? At least you know if he stays, he's gonna be who he is. If he leaves, you know that there's somebody that's accountable for his progression, which we're working on it right now. And by the time the season starts, you're gonna see a whole different Shane, a different Shane. So most kids say, "Oh, I should stay." Like I tell people, don't judge me on my hits, judge me on my misses. There was a point I had Connor at the Patrick School. That was one of my biggest fish I ever caught. Like he was there, and
Hmm.
some people just can't adapt to the structure, and that was it. He was, some people are agents of chaos. He loves chaos. I love chaos. That's why me and him are like super cool. So when he went back, it didn't bother me. It was just like, that's you. That's what you're good at. So some people, they want to leave. I'll tell you a funny story. We played in a game. We played in a game in Sportica. We played against this kid named Santonio Wade from Vegas. He had 35 on us. 35 killed us. We won by 2. I snatched that kid off the layup line. I said, "Give me a number, call me tonight. Come over here and come be the best point guard in New Jersey." And then he was like, "You guys got the wrong Rippy." I was like, "Look, let's go take him down. Let's go take him down." Like when I talk to these kids, I'm telling them we going after the best. 2 weeks later, San Antonio Waves at the Patrick School suiting up. Now
Mm.
we become the number 2 team in Jersey. The head to head with Deron Rippy, we beat them. We beat them.
Wow.
This kid becomes the number 1 point guard, and it takes away nothing from the Rippy kid. It's just
Right.
I gave you a plan. We stuck to it. It worked. Now, Deron Rippy came back with a vengeance and he cooked us, but that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's
That's right.
supposed to do. But like that's where you want to be at. It's like believe in the situation, believe in the program, and and trust yourself because some of these kids they don't see it in themselves. There's a couple kids in PSL that I would love to have, but they're like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know." I'm like, "You don't know?" I was like, "Your school's about to close down. What are you doing? What do you you don't know yet? Like, my track record speaks for itself, and I don't oversell. I just tell them like, ask about me. I know who you are. You don't know who I am. Ask somebody about me, and that's what happens. And the kids, they want to stay because they're the best in their program. But what you got to understand is, why not be the best around the best? And that's when a kid understands that, they'll leave. They'll 100% leave. But when they're afraid of being the best around the best, they're going to stay. They're going to stay.
Yeah, I remember interviewing Connor right after he came back to Jeff, and I don't think it was more of a miss for you. I just think he was used to their system and what they provided for him and were able to do for him, and because again, you had to be a being at the Patrick School is a lot of independence,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and
Yeah.
um, he went back to Jeff and found success where he needed to find it, and
Mm-hmm.
and now, is he still at the blend school, or
No,
did he leave?
I just spoke to his brother last week. He just transferred to another school. I forgot the name of it. He just transferred
Okay,
to a JUCO. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
good,
that's the
good.
thing. I still talk to his family. People think like it's like we hate each other. No,
Right.
put it like this. I spoke to his family last week. We talked about transferring. I spoke to Bud this week about bringing the kid in there. So
Mm.
all of us are all cool. We all cool. When it comes, and Bud even told me, I said, "Hey, Bud, my bad, blah, blah." He's like, "Yo, Ike, man, I just want to kill you on the court." That's what he told me. He said, "Other than that, you a good dude." I was like, "All right, cool." I thought we was at war. He's like, "Nah, man, it's just on the court. I don't like you. That's it." And I love that. I love that. And that made me, that made me smile a little bit more. 100%.
No doubt, no doubt. What are some other things you got going on now? Besides the new job at Hudson, any news you like to share to the people?
Not really news, but I do a lot of mentoring. So I'll drop some little things I did. So like I like to build. Like I said, I like to build. I like to find talent. I was DJing. What event was this? This was a wheelchair classic. It was at Stevenson. There was this guy named Andres there, and he had a great voice, man, beautiful voice. And I was like, oh man, dude. you want to call some games at the Patrick School? So I took him on. We did some games at the Patrick School, and I just mentored him. Now he is the official announcer for the G League Nets right now.
Nice. Nice.
Um, another kid, Vintage Visuals. Vintage Visuals was one of my favorite videographers, and at South Shore, I booked him to do a game when we played at the Barclay. It was like $100, and no, I think he wanted 50, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna give you $100 and some gear. And then I've traveled with him during during games and stuff like that, and I saw his vision. Right now, it's no less than a stack to book that kid. It's no less than a stack. So what I like to do is catch people when they need help, and then just build them up to where they need to go, and then just let them go. The same happened with Clay Brown. Clay comes, lands on my desk. All right, cool. We moving around. I didn't know. I thought Clay. I was learning it. I thought Clay should have stayed at Christ the King, but Jose Alvarado was in front of him, and I'm like, bro, you kidding me? This kid is nice. That little
Right.
Puerto Rican is nice, man. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
he's a dog. We're not. We gotta go. And then somebody hooked me up with Tiny, my man Shangy, and then we spoke. And believing in the process again. Clay did 2 years at Lincoln. First year we lost in the Garden.
Yeah.
Second year we cleaned up. That's success. That's success. That's 100% success rate. Um, it's always just finding new things and new people and then trying to build them up. Because it's not just basketball. Like right now, I'm behind the scenes with my guy Wavy Walker, who's in Long Island. He's
Yeah.
hot. He's smoking right now. But I've had Wavy working with me for over 3 years now. Everybody just found him now, but he's smoking. He's next up. He's 100% next up. So that's what it is. I like to do that. I like to mentor and build things up to be better than what they are.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So to my guy Wavy Walker, man, they brought me on their program.
Yeah,
Great dude, man. Always to show support. And that's what I try to lead an example, give everybody love, no matter show up for the top players and show up for the players that no one knows
Mm-hmm.
about,
Mm-hmm.
and put a spotlight on them. And I think a lot of times too, people are in competitions. Like I'm in competition myself. Like I show everybody love and keep it moving. But I love what Wavy is doing. And you got a lot of other people out here that's stepping up and doing their things and coming up, man. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
Man, when I was on the sidelines like this with my phone, man, it was nobody on the sideline. I was looking around like, because I didn't know the newspaper. The reason why I got into high school sports, because I was never going to be into high school sports.
Yeah.
I was just doing basketball heads and making sure that the legends and the greats never get forgotten about, because we're in the mecca of basketball and nobody's capturing these stories. But me going to work and getting the paper in the morning, I was like, damn, where's the high school sports? I remember being in the paper.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, yo, they stopped being in the paper a long time ago, Pooh. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do they know about who's who?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, if you get a chance, you look at that Juice Instagram, go all the way to the bottom, and you're gonna see Tiny Morton say, "Hi, I'm Tiny Morton, and this is my Juice page. This is official." Yeah. Yeah, it was like that. And I said, the newspaper Times is done. We have to adapt, and we
What
have to
year was
adapt
that?
now.
What year was that?
That was the year I bought Clay. I don't know
No,
what year.
I know. Was that 2016, 2017?
Yep, and it was like August because we were doing summer workouts, and then he was like, I think Lance was in the gym. I was like, yo, all these dudes in the gym. He's like, yeah, it's normal. And I'm like, bro, this is not normal for the outsiders. This
That's a
is
fact.
consumable. And he was like, I was like, yo, stand right there. Let me film you. And right in the gym, I filmed him. I said, we're uploading it. And that was it. We went on a run. That was an amazing run. Yeah. And so like but even with that, like did that. And then when I got to the Patrick School, I was the one that was running the social media for the Patrick School for the past 4 years. So that's why I say I don't like people to know who I am and what I do, because then you could get biased, or they try to swindle you and stuff like that. So that's why I keep quiet, because I don't want people in my business too much.
Yo, so if he keeps Juice would be the #1 AAU program in New York. And if he wanted to step away, it would have been you at the helm.
Behind the scenes, yeah. I would have been helping behind the scenes. 100%, yeah.
So you, when he wanted to step away, you wouldn't want to take over the program after that, because there was Juice was huge at one point.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
huge at one point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you look at all these other programs that have come up and kind of replaced what they were doing. You know, it's like, man, so many coaches, so many people came through that program. And they started back when Bashy was,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we talking about the Panthers,
Yeah.
which don't have a place right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Lightning and the New Heights and PSA and all these other programs. Crazy, man.
I'll say one thing I forgot to mention. When I was doing the August Martin run, Charles Jones is in the gym. Charles Jones. I would send all my kids to train with Charles Jones. And it would never be on social media because he was good at what he does.
Right.
So, and I like his style because he was quiet. Now, that's when I realized that quiet thing, it works, man. Stay quiet, stay low, stay out the way, and you're going to be good for life, man. You're going to be good for life.
No doubt. Well, you ain't quiet no more, fam. Everybody knows you're on Basketball Head. Know that people knew before this, but you know, and you know, you coming out of the shadows, being a Hudson Catholic. So your name is definitely gonna keep ringing bells, man. And all I see is bright lights for you from here on in, man. College gonna be happening to you soon, brother. And we'll bring you back on and we announce the college you'll be at soon, man. So I definitely for you.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I can't wait.
No doubt, no doubt. So let's have some fun real quick. You want to do our top 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people be scared of this toughest part of the show. The toughest part of the show. Let's go.
Top 5. Top 5.
All right. Who are the top 5 guys you played with ever?
Anywhere. And I had to play alongside them.
Yes.
Oh, that's easy, man. Top 5. Dion Merritt, Cam, Marcel from York, and was that Dion Merritt, Cam, Marcel, Nick, that was the coach at South Shore.
Yeah, okay. That's the coach at South Shore now.
Yeah, Nick.
Really?
Yeah, he was a dog. Oh, he don't miss. Left-handed don't miss. He played. I think he went to Hostos first, and then they recruited him to come to York College, and we played together at York.
Wow, yeah. I didn't know that.
He a dog. His daughters. He raised his daughters.
Yes.
Yeah, he a dog.
Daughters are nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. That's one more.
These are some awesome names too, man.
I would say, you know what? One more. William Holly, one of my closest friends, Dr. Holly. I played with him.
My God.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you, he's the first person I ever recruited. I recruited him to come to York. He was a Brooklyn dude. I said, "Yo, come to York." Yeah, and he came. Yeah, that's my top 5. Yeah,
that's dope. He's at junior college right now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. He was the one pushing for me to get Coach Chavannes on the show as well.
Yeah. I recruited him to Patrick School too. He came with me. Yeah.
Small world. Dion Merritt, man. I'm gonna sit down with him soon, man. He was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, Dion was the type where he'll scare you before the game and he'll dog you. The way he is now is the way he is in the game, and that's why Pitbull. Yeah, you bring your children to train with him because what he has, you can't. It's not no books. It's nowhere. He was one of the first people I seen that can throw an elbow like when you're guarding him and you can't even see it. He was a dog, man. He was a dog. Yeah.
Top 5 guys you played against.
Oh man, had to be number 1 was Quincy Doobie. He was a tough guard, tough guard. Damn, this is a good question, man. Against public school, you remember
anywhere.
You remember in Boys and Girls, Eddie? Damn, what's this guy? Something Thomas Eddie Tom.
No,
Tommy Eddie.
Tommy Eddie.
Tommy Eddie.
Yes.
Tough guard. Yeah, I had to guard him. George Jefferson, if you remember George Jefferson, double machine. Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace.
Um, I would say another one was Taekwon Good. He was tough. Those are the ones I remember. And also the last one was Cam, because me and him ended up Cam from Dozo. Me and him, and he trains kids now. Me and him ended up being the closest friends because he was somebody who he would just score, and he would just it'll come in bunches, and it was hard. He was a tough guard, very tough guard.
That's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope.
yeah.
You going through these pretty good, man. Pretty good. All right. According to African Ike
Mm-hmm.
and nobody else,
Mm-hmm.
your top 5 New York City players of all time, according to you.
Oh, all time.
Yeah, nobody else. No, this is everybody. Everybody had a different 5.
We
Nobody
talking
ever
high
had the
school
same
or players?
ever who you see as the top 5 all time. Who you see?
Ooh,
I can't question that.
Lenny Cook is number 1.
Okay.
We ain't never seen a talent like that. Like, and he didn't work on his game. We'll never ever see a talent like that ever. And I consider him to be, even though he went to school in Jersey, he was a New Yorker,
Now,
100%.
Okay. So what we was having, and I was trying to get Lenny on the phone, but he wouldn't answer his phone. When I was making my all decades list, when I Googled it, it only gave me 1 year,
Mhm.
1 full year at LaSalle. Did he play 2 full years at LaSalle?
I gotta check Dave's joint. Dave joint be knowing that. I don't know. I gotta check. Because I know he went to Old Bridge or something like that after.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta
Right.
check,
So
yeah.
Mo said he played 2 years, but the 1 year he had a crazy year. It was all city and everything like that. They
Yeah.
didn't win much.
Yeah.
But definitely salute to Lenny. For
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, Lenny was good. I played against him once. It was G Herb. G Herb was good. He was on that screen and roll. He was unstoppable. He was unstoppable on that screen and
Yeah.
roll. Tommy Eddie, Lenny Cook, G Herb. Of course, I'm trying to think who else. Top damn. Who was scoring, man? You know who I really, really liked and I didn't understand this game? Skip to Malou was like he was one of them, man. And I got to watch him in Rucker. Like he was different. He was different. He was different. And we're talking about people that could score, because like anybody could score. Like like Anderson Diaz, he could score, but it's like it was a difference. And he played D, and he hurt you, and he pounded, like he made you hurt. That was yeah, yeah. I'm thinking one more. You know who I really, really like? I like 40 at Cardozo.
40 was
I
amazing.
really, he was
40
in
was amazing.
public school with a Puma commercial.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, public school with a Puma commercial. Yeah. Those are my favorites, and it's good. I get to interact with these people all the time now. Like I know 40 is at he's up. Where's he at?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, I get to like talk to them and tell them about themselves. Like I get to like sharpen steel with them. Yeah. So that's fun right there.
No doubt. Ayatollah Bree said, man, we appreciate you, Ike. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
No doubt. Queens get the money, baby. Queens get the money. Look, I think it's important that people get to know you and hear your story. Is this your first podcast you was on?
Probably. Yeah. I try to. Yeah. This is my first time coming from behind the scenes. Yeah. I try to stay low.
My guy Brian was like, "Yo, Pooh, Ike had to talk with Ike, man. He loved the program. Bring him on the show." Because look, I say this, like I like for guys like now that you've been on, like you hit me up, be like, "Yo, Pooh, you should have such and such on." I'd rather the nomination. When guys see me, they be like, "Yo, I should be on your show." And I don't claim to know everybody. There's a time, a period where I tell people I wasn't around high school basketball for a long time. I left 1995, 1996, and then come back to 2020.
Yeah.
So I miss all the Bashi, I miss Lance, I miss Isaiah, and this is my school, right? I went.
Yeah.
So, but to be back now and kind of play catch up, and you will hear about certain guys. I will read the paper, but reading the paper and seeing them play is totally different.
Totally different.
Right? So I was still getting information but wasn't coming to the games. And now that I'm, moving and shaking the way I'm doing now, there's certain names that always comes up, and your name was always coming up. Um, and I knew of you, was say what's up, whatever like that,
Mm-hmm.
but never got a chance to talk and have a
Yeah.
conversation. And I think this is the best way to do it. And now, I know the world's gonna know. And we're proud of you, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep making New York
Thank
City
you.
proud. We know you're in Jersey now. I get it. I know you're in Jersey now, you know. But we
Yeah.
still proud of you, man. You're still one of our own, and keep holding it down, brother.
Okay, I appreciate it. Definitely, I
Nah, nah,
appreciate
nah,
it.
nah. This is dope. This is dope, man. African Ike, man. African Ike. Hudson Catholic player development coach. Keep me in the loop, man. Keep me in the. Oh, listen. So again, since you out there and you're gonna be moving in Jersey, I'm on the top 100 camp, so I have a vote about who goes to the camp or what things of that nature. Hit
Mm-hmm.
me up, send me those players. Yo, Pooh, you
Yeah.
need to catch such and such. Yo, we played against such and such, or I got such and such here. You need to come check them out. And I don't validate people until I see them play. Like I could
Gotcha.
take your word, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I need to see them with my 2 eyes so I can
yeah,
evaluate them,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I need to see them. If I don't see them, don't just like people right now hitting me up. Yo, I want to come. I want to come. And it's like, nah. Send the film. Send me their Instagram. Let me do my homework and my research. 100%.
and I tell people when I walk in the gym, don't tell me who nice.
Yeah, don't do them. Don't do that. That's the
Soon as
worst thing you
somebody
could
come
do.
up and be like, yo, Pooh, you need that, I'll be like, no disrespect, don't tell me.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's gonna hurt the kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely
Mm-hmm.
gonna hurt the kid because I'm gonna be looking for something and I don't see it. I'd rather go in the gym with blinders on and then see, because it may be somebody who y'all talking about, and I may see somebody else like, who's this kid? They be,
Yeah.
nah, but he the man. Now he the man. I ain't see it,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you do it. I want to see you do it again.
Yeah, yeah, that's very big. And I'll be honest with you, that's where the basis of everything I've been doing is do it again. Do it again next year. Like we lost with Tiny in the Garden, do it again. Clean sweep. All
Yep,
right, cool. We left there, we go on the South Shore. Do it again. All right, Final Four, PSAL, boom. Like that. Yeah, I'm very big on that. Do it again. Forget what you did last year. Do it again. Yeah,
that's a
very big
fact.
on that.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact. And you have done that because wherever you go, you have success.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one thing I will say about me. It's not just taking plays. It's like, yo, do we win or do we not win? Do we win? Yes, we do. And if people want to say it's a fluke, like I said, just go back to Taj Bryant. When Taj Bryant left Eagle, he came with me. Taj was playing against what's the kid? Pettiford. We destroyed him head to head. Destroyed him. And it's everything that we put together and then we put in front of us, and that's what gives us our success. We just keep that snowball motion going, and that's it. Yeah, that's it.
No doubt, man. So we're definitely at that mark, man. Yo, hey Ike, I got number, you got my number. Let's stay in contact. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Much success to everything that you're doing. And keep your foot on their neck, man.
I got you. I appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, y'all. My guy, African Ike. Stay up. We're gonna do our outro and then we'll be gone. All right. Do our summary. Peace, Ike.
All right.
No doubt. All right, man. So listen, y'all heard hard work definitely pays off. Sometimes it's good to be behind the scenes. Sometimes it's good to keep your name in the low. Make sure that you're doing or whatever you're doing works out to where when you finally come out of the shadows, people understand that your name and what you do holds weight. And at the end of the day, you're trying to change a kid's life. That's the basis of it. All right. What Ike is doing right now and what he started as two totally different things, um, being at Lincoln and then Nazareth and then working at South Shore, then moving on to the Patrick School with Coach Chavannes and now at Hudson Catholic. So I want to say much success to him. And you never know when your name is going to be called. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. All right? Well, we're about to get out of here. I'm your host, Glenn Poole Harding. Basketball Heads Live podcast on NYC basketball history. We are the official home for New York City basketball. Peace. And if y'all haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel, likes, and share the content. We out.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online. Buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.